Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear him properly. Yes. Good afternoon.
Okay, fine. I think that's okay.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you.
I'm with you.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Fine. Okay. Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. So, my name is Aide Olawale, and I'm here with me. I have comrade Akitono Okubo, who's one of the admin, and also I have with me um, Adejoye Adewale, is also one of the admin as well. So, I would like us to prepare us down for we've lost Honorable Kazim. So I think he's going to join us back. So also the Mature Lake is a platform whereby we discuss issues of the government and we
Okay.
provide solutions where necessary and
Okay.
also engage in constructive discussion. And
Okay.
we don't um, allow foul language on our platform. We appreciate people.
Can you be audible? I can barely hear you.
Okay, you can barely hear me. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Okay, fine.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. So let me try to make some adjustment on these settings. I want to make sure I want to move everybody so I can have very good atmosphere. So I'm coming. Here, I'm coming, please. Okay, fine. So Oshodi Mature League is a platform in which we discuss issues that concern our communities and also provide solutions where necessary for our government officials. And we also allow them to interface with us and tell us their plans and how they have been able to achieve all those plans. So in this series, we are looking at states of our constituency. We're looking at Oshodi Solo Constituency 1 as a case study. And this is the first series of this particular section that we are looking at. We're going to have more of this series with different stakeholders coming on board to engage us. And I want to tell us that, I also want to assure us that this program is being live streamed on our YouTube channel and it's being recorded. So I want us to be objective and be let's find it be sure of what we want to say. So that whenever other people listening to it, so there won't be any front and back. So having said that, I'm going to quickly run through one of the profile of our guests here, comrade. I'm coming a minute, please. Comrade Omoni Akitonde. Comrade Omoni Akitonde. Comrade Omoni Akitonde is born and raised in Oshodi Solo, Constituency 1. He's a graduate of Yabatech College of Education. He studied business administration. He's a professional photographer, a media professional, and also an entrepreneur. He's a political analyst and I don't know, maybe he's still, but once a member of All Progressive Party in Oshodi Solo. And Comrade Omotunde, Omoni Abitonde, can you please unmute your mic, sir?
Okay. Yeah, I'm live. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, can you just say hi to us?
Okay, hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello. Okay, fine. So thank you for joining us today. So let me quickly run through the second guest. And also our second guest is Honorable Kazim Abayomi Ogunloko, and he is the councillor representing Ward D3 Mafoluku Oshodi. He is the General Secretary of National Progressive Councillors Forum, APC. So he's the General Secretary, National. Wow, that's a very good one. He's also a member of House Committee on Budget, member House Committee on Works and Infrastructure. Wow, wow. He has facilitated directly or indirectly the following projects within our constituency. Boreholes in Ariori Street, Omela de Afri Crescent, Old Ewu Road, solar borehole water project in Mafuluku Road, MHR, Olaya Street. That one is still on pipe. It's a proposed still on pipes. Agbele Kale Street. There are also Pali State infrastructure, Alaji Rafi Road, Omila Day Road. So in his power, he also facilitates solar lightning within the ward that he represents. Omilade Street, Agboile Mafoluku, Agboile Elelubu, Kenam, Rafiu Crescent, Ariori Street, Makinde Street to Airport Road Junction. Wow, that's very good one. Solar lighting. And he has also participated or provide annual free holiday lesson for students within his ward. He also participates free education materials for public school students. He also participates free JAM and GCE forms, and also Mafoluku Primary School renovation completed. He also participated that, and also participated at St. Paul Primary School, the new modern building ongoing. On health, he said he has also participated a free health program to Mafoluku residents in his ward, building a new Ionic Primary Health Center by MHR, and grant and empowerment to people. That above is the listed program in which he has participated and done by Honorable Kazim Abayomi Ogunloko, popularly known as KC, Councillor representing Ward D2, Ward D3, sorry. So if you are joining us this afternoon, Honorable Kazim Abayomi, can you please unmute your mic, sir?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, can you just say hi to us, please?
Hi, hello everyone, please.
Okay. Okay, thank you for joining us this afternoon. And if you are joining us, you have listened to Comrade Ayinde Olawale, is one of the coordinator of Oshodi Martial League. And with us here this afternoon, we have Honorable Kazim Abayomi Ogunloko, and also Comrade Omoni Akitonde. We are to look at the state of our constituency. We want to look how far we have gone. And I'm going to start with Honorable. I'm going to start with Honorable. So, Honorable, can you just give us how will you assess the overall performance of the current leadership in the Solo Constituency 1? How would you assess it, the overall performance?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. I remain my humble self, Honorable Kazim Abayomi Ogunloko, a bona fide citizen of Oshodi, Mafoluku precisely, where I am representing the great and ever supportive member of the constituency, which is Mafoluku as a whole. Anyway, so far so good. We can leave the whole thing for the community to judge, because if I'm appraising myself or I'm appraising the system to look as if because I'm in the system, that's why I'm appraising it. But lo and behold, I think we are even more than average. Percentage-wise, I would say we are about 80%. 80%. We are not yet there, but we are getting there gradually, because the incumbents, that is the executives and the legislators, there have been a serious understanding and synergy, which has really helped the community as a whole, not just Mafoluku, but Oshodi, which cuts across Ewu, Oluyeye, Ogunloko, Afari, Igbenyedu, and Shogule. So it has become a new thing that has never been done before, a new idea, a new system, what we've never seen within the community before now. It is what we are seeing now. You also can testify to some of these issues, some of these factors that we're highlighting. Is it about infrastructure you want to talk about? Is it about empowerment by the government? Is it about new groom? Is it about the youthful engagement? Just name it all. There are lots and lots and lots of that we've been doing, that the government has been doing. So, and we cannot be singing our own. We can't be singing our own appraisal, but we leave it for the community and the people at large to judge us by what we've done so far. Though the best is yet to come. We are trying our best because like before we came in, every government has its own procedure and policies. Those that were there before now, they've done their own best, and governance is continuing, just like I said. And so far so good. They might have done it the way they feel they can do theirs. As we want to rebuild, want to restore, and want to revalidate on what we are doing now. So far so good. We've done our best, and we are hoping to do much more better than this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Kazim. You have rightly said it that we should leave that to the community members to decide that. So I would like to call Comrade Omoni Akitonde.
Yes.
You were born and raised in Oshodi.
Yes.
Specifically, you were being raised at Adekunle Street.
Yes.
I'm right? And you are once a strong member of All Progressive Party. From your own look, since 2021 to date, or back down to 2013-14, what can you say about the governance in Ogun State, based on what Honorable Kazim just said now, that the current administration, you can give them 80% pass mark. Comrade Omoni, what is your own view about the governance of Oshodi, so local government, since 2013 to date?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Omoni Akitonde, born and raised in Oshodi. My honorable here is a good brother of mine in the neighborhood. I want to say good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
To be sincere, government is continuous.
Yes.
But for this administration, I would say they have done well. But can they still do better? Yes. They have areas which they have did very well, and there are some areas that they need to improve on. In infrastructure, I personally I would call this administration very well. Road construction, school rehabilitations, and some other things. The current government in Oshodi, to be sincere, Oshodi has never experienced this kind of infrastructural development.
Thank you.
Because I've witnessed a couple of chairmen, Honorable Aino, Honorable Pesa, Honorable Bolivia Rio, and see the current one. It's a nice. So for me, on infrastructure, they have done well.
Thank you very much.
On rehabilitation, they are also trying their best. But can more still be done? yes. But talking about Oshodi in general, constituency 1, I think we also need to include our representative in it.
Okay.
The local government is headed by the mayor, while we also have the House of Rep and Assembly.
Yes,
And all
please.
these three efforts is what brings development to our community. So if we are talking about Oshodi Solo constituency 1 at large, I think we also need to rate the performance of representative.
Okay.
So Honorable Galadima, I don't know if I'm permitted to also talk about that.
We are looking at the state of the constituency. It's not about the mayor alone now. We are looking at overview of how governance has
If
been.
we are looking at it at large generally, that means we also have to talk about our reps, the House of Assembly, and the Federal House of Reps. And in honesty, without being biased, I used to ask myself, do we really have rep members in Oshodi? Do we have anybody that represents? At this current time or that we are, I think we should have gone past some stages. Stages whereby House of Rep member will just create a notebook for the school pupil and call it a constituency. The situation whereby we have 4 street lights pole on a particular, maybe a street for 1 kilometer stretch, and we call that constituency project. Maybe even if we have that, we even still appreciate. But to be sincere, currently, Oshodi is not feeling the impact of the House of Representatives and House of Assembly. We are not seeing it. I can still say the last administration, we can still say 1 or 2 roads that were done by the assembly member. I think that was Aro Jobe and some other streets. But when it comes to that aspect, the aspect of our representative, I personally will score them below average. But looking at the leadership of Oshodi Solo, which is the mayor, they have done their best, they are trying their best, but they can do a lot better. A lot better in so many areas. In the areas of health, in the areas of security, and in the area of transportation. In my own opinion, when it comes to the issue of transportation, maybe I have not seen, but I really don't know what is going on in Oshodi. There are some things that can be done, because I believe this discussion is to identify the problem and also give some solutions. So you don't just condemn that someone is not doing anything. Yeah, so there's nothing bad when the issue of the subsidy removal. It was so hard on us as people of this country to live, to survive, to transport us. It can be, there's no big deal if we have Oshodi Shuttle. There can be Oshodi Shuttle, a transportation system that will relieve the burden on the people. As Oshodi is a very small place, for me, the way I see it, that it can be easily managed. As Oshodi is, we only have 2 major road stretch, no, 3, which is Oshodi Road down to Mafuluku, Adeyemi down to Ojaoke, and Church Street. Those are the major roads that we have in our local government. So with this, if we have Oshodi Shuttle, even if it's just to relieve people from coming from, and we all normally notice once it's closing hour, people coming out from the market, going down to Mafuluku, most of the time assemble at Adeyemi Junction. That's in front of the Sterling Bank. Likewise, Oshodi Road as well. So if the local government chairman can create a kind of shuttle that will be subsidized, I think that will bring a lot of relief.
Okay, thank you, and comrade. We still have much on our table, and we have to end this program by 4 p.m. We don't take much of our time, and we have really laid a foundation. So we are building on that foundation. So this question goes to Honorable Kazim. Honorable Kazim, can you unmute your mic, sir? And I've seen some of our participants that have raised their hands up. We are still going to ask a question, but we want to give time for our guests to engage us first. Then you can ask them direct questions. Please, we don't accommodate foul language or abusive word. We don't accommodate insult on our platform. Please, let's be objective and let's be direct. Thank you. So, Honorable Kazim, now. This question I want to ask, and I want you to be sincere and be objective.
Okay, please.
How has this government addressed issues of transparency, accountability, and good governance? How has this government addressed the issue of one, transparency, accountability, and good governance? These are three in one combo. And Comrade Need, be on standby to listen what to Honorable Kazim is going to say, so that we can also have a fight funding on it. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. I don't know which one you want me to answer first. Is it Comrade Nii or your own question, which is three?
No, I'm saying Comrade Nii I said Comrade Nii should listen to your response, which is going to build on his own question. So I'm asking you that, how has this government addressed the issue of one, transparency, accountability, and good governance?
Okay. So 3-1. Now, thank you very much. Let me start from there. You are talking about how the government has been able to handle transparency, accountability, and what again? Sorry?
Good governance.
Governance, yeah, right. Well, in terms of good governance, if there are no transparency, there wouldn't be any good governance. You see, I don't know the angle you are bringing that from when you are talking about transparency. Transparency in what regard?
Okay, fine. Let me start with this. And I want us to be objective. I've been on so many platforms in Oshodi, and I see how people raise concerns like that. So now, for example, we have projects. Professor Loki, you're looking at me, no problem. So we have projects being carried out, but I think Honorable Kazim network is not okay. Honorable Kazim, can you hear me?
Hello.
Honorable Kazim, can you hear me, please? You can unmute your mic, please. Can you unmute your mic? You are muted. Okay, fine. Can you hear me now? Honorable Kazim, can you hear me? Okay, fine. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Please, kindly log out and log in again. If you cannot hear me, please. If you can hear me, Honorable Kazim, please log out and fine. I think it's your network. So, we want to be objective and be practical. So I wanted him to come back. They'll ask him the question again, and from his response, we are going to build on the next phase of the question. I think he will join us back now. Okay, he has joined back. Okay, Honorable Kazim, you can unmute your mic now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, perfectly. Yes.
Okay. So I said, what you are saying something.
Okay, fine. Now you have listed about from your brief profile that you sent to us. You have listed about maybe 12 infrastructure project carry out in your own ward.
Yes, please.
Now, how transparency are the figures? Who are the, question coming up, who are the construction company being awarded with the project? How much is the cost of this project? Something like that. And do we have any community engagement? For example, maybe this somebody just decided one day that they want to go to Mafoloku Ward to go and put borehole there. Maybe their problem at that point is not borehole. Do we have any stakeholders discussion before all those projects are being carried out in that constituency? That's by transparency.
All right. Firstly, I want to pay your indulgence in the sense that there has never been a point in time that the executive just wake up and go to a particular place without doing the needful. There has never been a time. Every project being done or being executed are being inputted in the budget for the year. Please take note. Every project being done are being proposed, because before even the budget is being passed, there is always stakeholders meeting. We always have a stakeholders meeting that involve everybody, the CDA, the CDC, the imam, the market women, the artisans, the youth, everybody. And I think on one or two occasions, you as a host, you've witnessed one of those stakeholders meeting in that regard, where in the course of that, we are always the chairman and the host always give us the room to tell us what our problems are in our community. Not every problems or issues is what they look at, the councillors will know. But it is due to the more we engage the community, either the CDA or the CDCs or members of the community, that is how we get to know what their particular problems are or is. So in that regard, when you are talking about maybe the government does wake up to start on a particular project, no, the government does not wake up to start a particular project. Take note of that. All these things has procedures, and these things follow. Everything follows due process. However, it baffles me. Sometimes you are talking about social media, because what you are saying, it's all about social media. You see this on social media. How do we always say that you as a person, as an analyst, who you claim, and as a comrade, I feel you are a friend to this government, and everybody is a friend to the government. In as much the executive chairman is the chairman of the Igbos, the Yorubas, the Nupes, the Hausas, everybody, irrespective of caucus or whatsoever. You as a youth, you have the prerogative, it is your right to come to the local government, to come and inquire about what is going on, or how you want to, if you need information on a particular thing, particularly when you talk about project, the best place that you could go to is, if you are confused, that you feel that this thing is not much more transparent enough. If you are really confused and you don't understand, come to the local government, go to the procurement department. When you get there, request for anything you want. It is your right. If you feel that, you are not convinced enough with this project, or what they are doing here or what they are doing there is not what it's not what you feel is necessary, or is not in tandem with what is on ground, you have the right to go there, inquire, look for what you feel that you need to know about a particular project that you feel is not necessary. But I can tell you that every project goes through the rudiment of the legislators. It is not possible for the executive to wake up and start going to a particular project. No, it is not possible. Every project has a purpose, and it has a stand.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Kazim. I want to quickly allow Mr. Olamilekon to quickly ask his question. Mr. Olamilekon, you can unmute yourself, please.
Hello. Good afternoon. Am I right?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good.
Yes.
I want to ask a question concerning the primary health care at Oshodi.
Okay.
He won the council chairman the Monday. Now,
Okay.
he said you have, and I heard that they are building another primary health center inside the
Please be
local
audible a
government.
little
Said
bit.
the,
Sorry, sir. Can you be audible?
said the previous, hello? What do you say?
Mr. Alamileko, we can hardly hear you. Can you be
Yes.
audible a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
perfectly.
Good. Concerning the PAC at Ogunlano,
Yes,
if we
please.
add that the chairman said it's not befitting the PAC to be at the market square, that PACs is not supposed to be at the market side, that PAC should be in a place like the local government. And I think this PAC is one of the most functioning PAC in Oshodi. In fact, in Oshodi is solo. Oshodi is solo and Ejido. Oshodi PAC is number one PAC in the whole of Oshodi solo. Now you are moving the PAC out of Ogunlano, serve thousands of people, serve the market women, the market leaders, the community as well, and people coming from Mushin and other local governments as well. This Oshodi is at the center base that serve the purpose of the community. Now you are moving the PAC out of that Ogunlano, taking the PAC to local government. We heard that the site wants to be turned to plaza, and I want you to clarify me on that if it is true or not. And I'll also be glad if the council chairman is invited on this program, then he can also shed more light to it. That's my question for now.
All right. Hello.
Hello, you can go ahead, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Olamilekon, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Although I'm not the spokesperson of the executives, but to an extent, I have an insight into.
No, Honorable sir, you are
with
a
you.
member. You are a member of House Committee on Health. I can read that
Yes.
from your profile.
On health?
Yes, you
Is
say
that
there on health. Yes.
No. I'm not.
Okay, let me go back.
I'm not.
House Committee. I'm coming.
I'm not on
Okay, on
I'm
budget.
not.
Sorry.
I can. Let me just contribute to what he just said. Now,
Okay.
you see, we need to understand some things, and one of the problems we are having in this country, to the best of my own knowledge, is the fact that change. The fear of change is one of the problems we're having, and we need to understand something, that when change is coming, it's always difficult for human. It's a human nature for us to understand for a change, particularly when development is coming up. You see, the issue of the health center.
Wow. I think his network. I think his network is somehow his network.
The health
Okay.
center is functioning. Me, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your network is breaking.
Yeah, sorry, the call came in. That was why. So sorry.
Okay.
So it is like I said, it is functioning much more perfect where it is now. Every government has a way.
Okay. I think Honorable Kazim network is not friendly at all. Mr. Olamiliko, our next program we are going to bring the vice chairman is the essay on health matter. We'll make sure we find her down to this program and have an engagement with her. There's a communication to that effect, and I believe I'm going to conclude with that in a few weeks to this time. We surely have her in our program. So, Honorable Kazim, kindly, okay, let me bring Comrade Niyi. You can unmute yourself. From what
Okay.
Honorable Kazim have said so far. And we are still coming back to that center question, but it's a very trendy question in Oshodi, and we need to have
I'm
an idea
very interested
of,
in
of
talk
what is
about it.
happening. So, yeah, go ahead, Comrade Lee.
For the issue of the health center, I don't think it's a health center to be in the local government, and I'll give my reason. Health center should be an open place. I remember that health center. It's also being used for maternity where people give birth. If I'm wrong, I stand to be corrected if I'm
No,
wrong.
yeah, of course, now, of course, right.
And we also know that delivery might take place anytime. It might be the midnight, it might be 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. No. Another thing is there are programs or events that do go on in the local government. For instance, they might be holding a party.
Honorable Kazim, you are welcome back. A minute,
Okay.
please. A minute,
Okay.
please.
All
Go ahead,
right.
please.
All right.
So there might be party going on in the local government, and someone is there in the emergency situation that needs to be taken to the health center. Do you know the party and the parking of cars and all can actually obstruct the movement of that person? For me, Honorable Kazim, you're welcome back. I'm talking about the issue of the health center.
Okay.
For me, I don't think it's a good idea for us to have an health center in the local government. And I'm giving reasons. And I give number one reason. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
So, first reason I gave was that there are times when the health center was in the at Oshodi. There are times they had delivery there. I want to I want to know if I'm right or wrong. At times you have delivery in health centers too. I know it's just a primary health center, but we have delivery there too that goes on. So, and delivery can happen anytime. It can happen 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Is the local government open for that? That's number one. Number two, the local government, the issue of events can come up. There might be maybe a ward meeting, a party going on that could obstruct the movement of people to the local government. That's secondly. Thirdly, there have been situations where people are being bad to enter the local government, maybe due to a particular event. Like, for instance, the day of Oshodi. I'm just calling some days that people will not get the opportunity of coming to the local government. The day of Oshodi, other maybe ward meeting, like, okay, we have to screen people coming in. I believe health center should be open for all. It shouldn't be in the government premises, because we understand ourselves. Only if we want to lie to ourselves. We understand how we, as Nigerian and as human, how we behave. It shouldn't be funny if someone uses his power over the health center if it's in local government. It shouldn't be funny when someone tells you it's only a PC member that can use it. It should be funny when you hear all sorts of things that this one is not good for us, you can't use it. And maybe you want to do something, Igbo, Yobani, outside. I think health center shouldn't be in the local government. These reasons are given. The chairman might have a better reason for putting it there, but an health center should be an open place for all. It shouldn't be a place where political activity will disrupt the activity, because government goes to
I think we lost him. Honorable Kazim, can you go ahead, please?
Okay. All right. So as I was saying, you see, we are
easily
in
a place.
Okay.
You have there are streets in Osa, Michael Street, Ipeolu, Balogun, and all that surround where people that are staying in that place. So for me, the idea of the local government is not really a good idea. And if you remember at the point, Honorable Ikwesa built a general hospital in the local government. That was a yellow building. Once you come into the local government to the right. And I don't know if that place functions. I don't know if it's functioning now. But I think maybe that was part of the reason, because it could not function well if you are having it right inside the local government, where it's not, the local government is not open for everybody 24 hours. That's just my own observation.
Okay.
Can go ahead, sir. Can go ahead.
Okay. So, firstly, yeah, I don't know where my humble brother is getting the idea of the local government is not open for all. I don't know where he's getting the idea. Because
No,
I
I'm not
don't.
saying it's not open for all. I've witnessed a situation where at the gates I was told I can't come in. And
Why?
I'm saying, and I've given you instances. There are times program might be going on and be like, are you for this meeting? No, you can't come. It has happened to me not one or twice. And
Well.
so
Go
that's
ahead,
just
sir.
my
Go
own
ahead.
point. I'm not saying it's not open for all, but there are situations where people are not allowed to come.
Well, anyway, I find that to be you might be right. I'm not saying you are not right, but that's somehow it's funny because I don't know. I've never seen a reason where the local government will be shut. Only maybe I don't know, maybe during strike or whatever. Those are the times. But there has never been a time it was being shut for any other person or persons not to come in. More so, the shifting of local government away from where Agunlan down to this where it is now, it's a temporary place. There's an ultra modern one that is being ongoing ultra modern one that is when it is finished. We need to be patient, please. When it is finished, we will understand the way this thing works. Where it is now at the local government is just a temporary place, and it's much more conducive. The local government chairman, executive chairman has done it. It is more befitting, even more than where it was before. But by the time this one that is the new one that is being constructed now, once it is done, we will all see the reason why it is being moved from Obulano down to this place. Mind you, I said something. Change is the only constant thing in life. Who would have thought that electronics people, that I was using an instance the other time, electronics, those selling electronics at where the terminal is in Oshodi, who would have thought that they would move to Arena? Who would have thought about that? Who would have thought that Arena could be somewhere that would now be like a huge market today? Do you know what they are earning in terms of revenue? That is the military. What they are earning in that place just because of that market. Who would have thought? So every time a life is a circle, things change on day in, day out. And we must not remain stagnant. We must not say that, oh, because they used to do it this way before now, and that's why it should be. No. It's just that just the way the president removed, it wasn't even the one that removed the subsidy that we all are clamoring today. He wasn't the one.
Okay.
At the time he came into
Okay. Honorable Kazim, we have a lot of. Are you still there, sir? Wow, his network. Oh, wow.
I think
Okay.
his poor network is really causing some misunderstanding.
Yes. The network
When
is
he was
really
actually talking about the health center, I thought he said the health center has been moved to the local government. So there was the network is really need to get
Yes. He said it. That the health center has been
hello,
temporarily moved. Hello, sir.
hello,
Yes. Hello, sir. We can hear you. We can hear you. The health center has been temporarily moved to the
okay. I
local
didn't get that
government.
part. I think because of the network, because I didn't hear the
No,
word temporary. That was why I'm
it
raising
was
that.
it was
I didn't hear that
temporarily
part.
moved now, and he said they are constructing from another site, but we
Okay.
need to be sure of all this info. And what Mr. Olamilekon asked is just clarification. So we need clarification. You understand? So wow, we have less than 11 minutes. Honorable Kazim, please.
yes,
Are you
please.
back? Okay.
I'm back. I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. Honorable Kazim, because of our time, we have
Okay,
a lot
please.
of questions, and we are trying to manage our time. I want
Okay.
we want our audience also to engage you as well. So I want to ask
All
this
right. No
question:
problem.
You are part of the member of House Committee on Infrastructure, on Roads and Infrastructure. Is that not? I'm right.
And which is, yes, please.
Okay, you are part of the committee. Okay, can you tell us what is the current state of our roads, drainage, and public facilities in the constituency? What is the current stage?
But that is for my, is it the concept, are you talking about my own or the general?
Not your word, not your word now, generally.
The general, the current
Yeah,
state.
the overview. Yes.
The overview, absolutely well, absolutely. It's a work in progress.
I'm coming, sir. We're very objective here.
All right, sir.
We have some projects that are abandoned, not yet completed.
Okay.
Some projects that
sorry. Point of correction. There's nothing like an abandon. If you can, before you say a project is abandoned, that is when you see that probably there's no work ongoing there at all. And I don't think there's any place or any project that is you will not find at least one engineer or one person working on something.
I can put it to you that if work,
yes.
If work will have resumed on those sites, those works resume maybe the last 2 weeks. For like a month or 2 months, we have abandoned projects. Do you agree with me?
Well, if you can prove it, I don't know. I find that to be difficult.
I will give you.
Yes,
Oguemimon Road was abandoned at least for a month.
It's not abandoned. It is not abandoned.
They just resume work. Okay, I will talk about that.
Not abandoned.
Okay. You have your file there, right? Okay, fine.
I'm with you.
Okay, now can you tell us the current state of of our roads, drainage, and public facilities? Since you are member of House Committee on Infrastructure and Roads, can you give us an update on that, please?
The overviews are, like I said, it is work in progress. You see, there are things we need to factor in everything we do, and we have to be careful. You cannot. I'll come back to what you're saying. Projects is not what we can. The executive does not just wake up one morning and start saying that, oh, they want to do this project or they want to do that project. Are you getting me? The situation of our roads, we all know how we met it when we came in. It was operation, build, rebuild, reconstruct. And we are going to start from somewhere. The state of our road in Oshodi is all a local government. Before you and I, it is in jeopardy. They were all dead. No motorable roads. You and I know that. But the fact that the government continues.
I'm not aware.
My comrade, only you want. Let's be sincere with each other. We all do that. You see, we all know the state in which our roads were back then. So, but I have said something earlier on. Governance is continual, and we have a back on everything, because if you come up on board, you take over assets and liability, which is part of what we are doing. And like I said again, it is work in progress in terms of road and every other thing.
Okay, thank you. Can you give us a statistic view of number of roads that we have in Oshodi and Oshodi constituency 1, and how many of these roads are motorable in percentage? Can you give us an overview of that?
Well, I might not be able to give you an overview, but I can say categorically that since inception, I can tell you categorically that we've completed about 54 roads since 2021 today in old Oshodi as a whole.
Okay, can you tell us? You just said 54 roads in kilometers. In kilometers, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers.
No,
500
it differs now.
100 meters.
You cannot. I cannot. It differs. You cannot. It differs. Every road has its own measurement. I cannot measure the whole road together and say, oh, this is what it differs.
Okay.
I'm also
thank you. Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Olamide, I'm still coming back to you. I think I have another question for our guest. Mr. Computer, I can see Mev Computer. You can almost yourself. Meth computer. Meth computer. If you are not there, okay.
Good afternoon.
Please,
Good
you have to
afternoon,
on
Good
your video,
afternoon.
please. You have to on your video, please.
Good afternoon.
You need to on
Good
your
afternoon.
video, please.
Are you hearing me? Good afternoon.
You need to on your video, please.
I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone.
I said you need to on your video. Just
Hello.
ask a question, please. Mr. Meth computer, if you want to ask our guests any question, you will need to on your video so that we can know who is behind the camera. So thank you. So kindly on your video so I can know who is behind the camera, please. So now, if you have any question for our guests, you can use an emoji of hand raise. Then we're going to allow you to ask questions. But the rule is that we don't allow abusive words on our platform. We don't allow foul languages on our platform. We need a constructive and objective. And then you want to ask, make sure you have the fact and figure with you because this program is live on our YouTube channel and it's being recorded for prosperity stage. Thank you. So, Mr. Computer, if you want to ask, please kindly on your video. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you can unmute yourself now. Yeah, unmute yourself, please. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, go ahead, please. Hello, I can hear you. Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you.
Good afternoon.
Your network is bad.
That's
We can't hear you. Your network is Mr. Computer, please, your network is bad. We can't hear you. Mr. Lamilekon, please unmute your mic, please. Mr. Lamilekon, please unmute your mic, please.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, please.
Hello.
Our honorable councillor representing Mapoloko Ward said
Yes, please.
change is constant. That we should be expecting change any moment, any time. Which
I
means
can't hear you, sorry.
that we should try to expect change at any fucking time. That change is constant. Which
Yes.
means the council chairman can just wake up one day and say, "Oh, where the secretariat is located, you want to move it away from that location and take it to another location." Change is constant. What they call change, if you want me to agree with you that change is constant,
Yes,
I
please.
expect this administrative to reconstruct the PAC at the former location, which is Ogulano. Not that you are changing the location to the local government. That you are telling us that change is constant. That you need to move the location and the PAC from the former location to new location. If you want me to believe that change is constant, you need to upgrade the one at Ogulano, change it to the ultra-modern hospital. Not that you are changing the location. Now, we add that the Ogulano now will be used for shopping complex.
Sir,
Allow me to talk, please.
Go ahead.
That will be used for shopping complex in honor of Kendu's mother, Alaja Taiwo Almoru. That in honor of Kendu's mother, which is not supposed to be. If other past chairmen have done that, will he be able to think of such idea, which I believe is very bad. In everything we are doing, we should always put the interest of our people first. Not your interest, but interest of the community should be first in everything we are doing. What I'm just trying to point out now is that if you want to upgrade the health center or any activities you want to take in Oshodi Solo, it should be upgraded. Not that changing the location from another location from one location to another place. It is not supposed to be. Please, we add that there is this we have PAC inside Ogundele Primary School. We have two PAC. The one built by Honorable Mark The other one built by Honorable Daudu. The one built by Honorable Mav is not functioning. Honorable Daudu still went ahead, built another one inside Ogundele PhD, inside Ogundele primary school. As in, is that not something else? We have PhDs that are not working. You are still going there again. Still, just that these people want me to do something. Just let me do this for them. It functions or not functioning. I just want to tell my man that I've tried. At least I've done something for them. It's not supposed to be. At least if you are trying to give back to the community, you should try and whatever you want to do, let us make it useful for them that they will have an easy access to it. Not that one that they will be thinking, how will I get to this facility? Look at the one we built. We have the library inside state primary school. It's not functioning. We have library inside local government. It's not functioning. And you are telling me that you guys are upgrading. What type of upgrade is that? Please help us to look inside this matter. And we want you guys to deliver good governance, not that we just do it for the sake of we have done this for them. Either they like it or not, they should go and they should manage it. I think governance is not like that. Please, we need more good things. We need more good things. Please, that's all I can say.
Okay. Thank
Sorry,
you,
Mr. Moderator. Can you permit me to add something? I need to.
Go ahead.
Firstly, let me talk about the issue of Ogulano, because I think Mr. Alamilekon kept on talking about Ogulano be shifted or not. Now, you see, from his statement, he kept saying we heard that. See, I see you, Mr. Alamilekon, I see you as an elite, and I see you as a young, vibrant person. We need to stop the idea of saying one equal one or they said this, they said that. We are elite, for crying out loud, and we are youth. Find time to come on board, to come and inquire, come and inquire about information when you don't understand how things is going on. You cannot just sit down in a particular place and assume or presume, if I may say, that they said that, and we concluded that they said this. I don't know where Mr. Alamilekon is getting the idea of the notion that the complex is going to be built for the Ogulano. This thing will be built as a shopping complex and it will be named after the executive chairman's mother. Well, please let us be mindful of what we say. Let us be mindful of what we say, please. I don't want to agree, and I will never agree with such kind of statement, please. That is by the way. Now, the second one is still based on the fact that information is key and paramount in this modern world now. I keep saying it that we must be very careful. He was talking about the Ogundele Health Center, that one was built by Honorable Maf and Honorable Daudu as well brought in another one then. Look, time may not be able to permit me to go deeper into what transpired and what happened. And one thing I want to say sincerely is that one of the greatest achievements that this government have benefited more, that we are really happy that we have benefited more, is that the synergy between the two rep members, which is the rep member, Honorable Honorable Bashiru Daudu, and the assembly member in person of Honorable Stephen Ogundipe Omojomolo, with the executive chairman, it is totally strong. This has given us much more edge, positive impact into this local government. And that's why we are seeing a lot of programs and projects. I wouldn't want to go deeper into some things because, he was talking about that. That was not in it. To buttress that statement, Honorable Daudu never brought a project to Ogundele Health Center. That project was not meant for that Ogundele. It was meant for Mafoluku Ayoni. Let me state it categorically. That project, that health center that went to Ogundele, it was not brought to Ogundele, but it was brought into Mafoluku. But because of one thing or the other, which I don't want to go deeper, you understand what I'm saying? That was why I talked about the issue of synergy. When you have a cordial relationship, when there's a synergy between the elected office holders and the executive chairman, you will see much more positive and vibrant impact within that local government. So I don't want to delve too much into that, but that's the truth. But and to counter that again, God will, by the grace of Almighty God, Honorable my powerful comrade, Galadima, that same kind of project, health center, something is big going on right now. In fact, it's about 95% done in Mafuluku, Ayoni, precisely. That is where the old one is at the back. Something is going on right there now. A new health center, primary health center that is just being built is at 95 or 96% level. By the grace of God, you will be invited when we are doing the commissioning of that place, at the grace of Almighty God. So once again, I would only implore us to inquire. If we hear that, no, we must come to the local government. It is our right. This local government is for you and I. Don't let us just sit down in a particular place. One or two person will be dishing out one thing or the other to us. No. Mind you, social media is full of ups and downs, and it's full of so many other things. But let us be factual with each other. Come and hear from this horse's mouth. Inquire, and you get the first-hand information. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Kazim. Besides speaking, I appreciate Mr. Olamileko. I appreciate him very, very much. Now, I appreciate him. And one thing is that there's a lot of assignment in what he has said, which I believe we should take back home and give to the mayor to work on. There's a lot of sense in what he has said. And I want to say this to Mr. Olamileko. Our advice, they said, I heard, I did. Please, on a situation like this, you should not be saying it. Just an advice. But everything you have said, they are on point. I believe the honorable should go and work on it. Why we are here is for the betterment of our community. We can't be having duplicate projects. You understand?
Yes.
Not make sense. Why are we wasting taxpayer money? That's one of the points and Mr. Olamileko is pointing out. Why are we wasting taxpayers' money? So if you are having duplicate projects, how long are we going to have a Lekki version in Oshodi of our own? Because we are hoping one day that Oshodi will also be proud that this is
we are getting there.
We are able to move around. So
is putting us at the right time.
In as much the government is trying to do something, we also are on ground to make sure that we don't have duplicates of projects. Now, it's not about who have done it. It's about have we actually did the needful in all this. I'm very sure. And again, you are, Comrade Omoni, you are still coming on board. I will just add only 10 minutes to this time so that we can round off latest by 4:20 after that. Now, I want to ask you, Honorable Sir, is there any maintenance culture? Is there any maintenance culture being put in place for all these projects that is being going on in our constituency? As a member of House Committee on Roads and Infrastructure, is there any maintenance culture being put in place so that the next person that will come on board as the mayor or as the councillor on that particular work will not tell us again that they want to reconstruct Ogwemimo Road, you want to reconstruct Omilad or Omiride Road, Omilade Road, you want to reconstruct Raji Abayomi Road. You understand? Is there any maintenance culture being put in place?
Definitely there is. Definitely there is. So, these are in roads, either we like it or not, things, there will always be wear and tear. And you don't expect it to be the same way when it was being constructed, and it should be like that for donkey years. No. Surely wear and tear will come, and maintenance, there's a maintenance committee in that regard. I think it's within the executive. So they know how the engineering department know that the ones in charge of all. So there's a maintenance culture in that regard.
Sir, I want to propose this. I want to propose this.
Okay,
Like
please.
in Ogun State, we have um, Ogroma,
Okay.
Ogun State Road Maintenance Agency.
As a
And
at the
that
local government level,
particular,
sorry, at the local
no. Yeah, I'm just building on something. You understand? I think it was introduced by Oshoba regime, and
okay,
it gave employment for most of the indigenous in the community, and which
okay,
they are maintaining local roads like that. Now,
okay,
in Oshodi, can't we have something like Oshodi Solo Road Management Agency or road management stuff like that, whereby it will be a job opportunity for our young engineers or professionals within the Oshodi just to maintain those roads. Now, if you agree with me, now maintenance starts with okay, we have seen some road being constructed. The next thing, for example, we're having a community service around Afijalo axis. By the time we get to the roundabout, we just saw people putting tents on that road, and they are doing party on that. It is not acceptable. So these are part of maintenance. You know what I'm saying now? That that road is not meant for party. It is meant motor to move on them. Now that road is not workshop. We have seen a case. If it gets to Ajabayomi now, after that bridge that link Abidjan and Ajabayomi, we have some mechanics there now. They are working on that roads now. By the time they are removing engine of cars on the road, oil is dropping on it, this and that. So there should be some agency that will be in charge. Road maintenance is now about okay, now how many roads is having wear and tear? So they will add that feedback. So that will, not that someone will just sit there in the office and expecting that resident will now come and call them, annoying timber jail. So these are the people that will be. I'm just proposing. So if you get back to the House of Assembly, House of Committee on Infrastructure, and they can look into it, if they employ 10 or 6 Oshodi indigene to be on that, they'll monitor it. You can't just put dirty on the road. You can't just be burning or burning refuge on the road. You can't just turn government road to your own property. You understand? Because we can't use taxpayers' money. The most project that has been done by this government is road infrastructure. That is the most project that has been done by this government. And we don't want another government to come and say he still want to do the same road again. So now, if we are doing it bit by bit, where we are going now, in the next few years, all the roads in Oshodi will be tight. Then we can face other things that are needed. So I feel there's need for us to have road maintenance committee or agency, and which they will be officially launched, and they can be on payroll of the government. At least there's money there. They can vote money there, pay them some money to look on it. So that's what I'm saying. So, Honorable Kazim, do you
yes,
understand what I
please.
just said now, sir?
I do. In fact, though I wouldn't. What you just said, it's a very vast, it's very vast, in the sense that you are just putting words into my mouth. Because do you know that this is a bill? This is one of the bills, some of the bill that I, as a person, I'm not supposed to say this on air, but I will say it. This is one of the parts of the bills that I am proposing. That is, although there is, but we need to reenact it, because there are some certain clauses in the existing one, that doesn't suit what is on ground now, which we are looking into. Because, like you rightly said, these are the challenges we are facing. I must be sincere with you. We are facing these challenges. And one of the things that community needs to understand is that you cannot be blaming the government for everything. Government this, government that, government this. Forgetting that they themselves are the government. They themselves are the ones, whatever their own input, contribute to the road construction that is being constructed, either by their street or anywhere. And once those roads are not being maintained, because government cannot be everywhere, but you can protect your own vicinity if you are doing the right thing. But permit me to use this. It's so painful. Sometimes when I walk around and see mechanics on the road that they do all sorts of things on the road, fine, they are looking for their daily bread. But sometimes it's painful. It's so painful that these roads are being used anyhow. Pouring oil, bringing down engine of vehicle on the road, and it's being turned to something else. So now tell me, how will the road last? Things like this doesn't make roads last, particularly if it is an asphalt. It wear off so easily compared to if it is interlocked. So many of these things, just like what you said, so many of it. Another one is the issue of the bill, the bylaw we just passed. We passed sometimes about some months back, in terms of prohibition of rearing of animals within household. You get to some places whereby a house is rearing cow in a house that is a very small place whereby people are that is residential residence of people. It's painful. You see cows, you see animals, goats in a house, and people are living in there when we are not inside the bush. These are things that are not good. But you as well, as we need to work hand in hand, and we need your assistance, we need your support. We need to work hand in hand. You must assist us, and as much as we as the government want to work, we cannot do it all alone. You are the ones that will assist us to ensure that our environment and our society will have the necessary things that is being put in that is meant to be in place. Because you need to use your platform. You must use your own platform to sensitize our people. Government is doing their own in their own little way. We are doing our own house in our little way. It might not be too much, but we need your assistance. Help us sensitize our people. Let them understand why this thing should be done this way. Why that thing should be done that way? Because government cannot do it alone. We must work in hand so that our community will become great. So I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all what you said. It's you just nailed it on the head. I mean, this is it. You hit it on the head. So I appreciate it. It's a nice one. It's a nice one.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank
So
you
we are
very much.
rounding up. And coming money, can you just say something to round up this section?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're with
Go
you.
ahead, your final word, please. Your final words, please.
To my dear honorable,
Yeah.
thank you for all you have said. But there is something you said that government is doing a lot and we are not seeing. When government do what people want, people will see. I still stand on this my point that aside from the executive chairman that we can see what he's doing on the issue of infrastructure, our rep members are not doing top. I still stand on that because so far I've seen the same bus that will convey children to school is still the same project. I think we should, let's be sincere, the world has go beyond this state that we are, where someone would still use borehole as a means of campaign, where ordinary individual can do borehole in their own house. We should be looking at having water, even when the world was not as this developed. The times of Jack Conde, we fetch water from the tap in front of our houses. There should be projects that will bring relief to the people, not a project that will not stand the test of time. I can put it to you, sir. A lot of all these boreholes that have been constructed by past administration, none of them can stand till now. And we all have boreholes in our houses. Some people will tell you the number of years that borehole have stayed in their house, some more than 10 years, 15 years, and it's still functioning. But most of the boreholes we do have from our representative are more like a timed project. Like ones that it's just like a time project. And like there is a borehole in Bosa. I think it was done by Honorable Daudu on Mosaku Street, that after Alaji Shitu's house. It's just there, not working. When they introduced it with a solar powered pumping machine. Okay, it doesn't rely on electricity, NEPA. that it is self-reliance. But now it's not functioning. So if they are doing enough, you should see. There is more to be done on the issue of health, on the issue of education. Education is not just taking bus to the school. Are we building any infrastructure that can help our youth to develop their skills in the issue of tech, in AI? We can, all that can be that the project we need, not a borehole in a community where we don't, nobody wish to still see that at this time of age, someone is still putting bath on their heads to fetch water. So we should look beyond that borehole. When I just see it, I just smile. Borehole notebook, it's not like when another government comes, do the same. When another one comes, do the same. We need to move beyond that. And I also want to talk about, I want to plead, maybe you can help us pass the message to the chairman. Oshodi Bridge is still, I believe it's still under Oshodi. That Oshodi, okay. Is it under our constituency? Yes. Please, chairman, we are pleading to help us do something about those boys on that place. That place is not safe at night. I have about 2 persons that stays. One stays in Mafuluku that was attacked and shot there on that bridge at night. So something can be done. Those guys have messed that place up. Can't be coming home around anything from 8. If a bus drop you there, just have to just pray to God to get home safe. So we are begging on that. And the one way we have in Oshodi, there is no signage there. And the police have used it as a means of extortion, to be extorting people. If you are coming from Bolade, the first turning from Bolade to Etayo, that's Ibeadun, is one way to come in from Etayo Street. Is one way, but there's no signage there. And the police people will just be at the corner waiting for who to enter. And if I'm new to Oshodi, if I'm coming for the first time, I won't know. I wouldn't know. The one at Boladale, I think it's no more one way now.
No more way.
But the one that is one way, we need something to be done.
Okay.
All right. But for the House of Rep, please, we need to feel their impact. It's not just one.
We invite them. Don't worry, we invite them.
Let me. Okay. Please permit me. Okay, you want to say
something? Someone wants to say something and you round everything up. So you can close.
That's fine. That's fine.
He has left again. The person I want to call just left now again. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Let me get him back.
Now, I think that question my own brother just asked, that is suggestion and opinion that he just made in respect. I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to, ordinarily I should be defending I thought I was coming here to talk about legislative matters and stuff like that. So now there is a general thing. Well, they are all my party members, and I need to, at least to an extent, I know 1 or 2 things. Now, if my brother, you said you are past the level of borehole, every house have a borehole. My Aki money, please.
Don't say we are past. I said the word has gone beyond the stage of you use one borehole to campaign. It's not.
Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, let me talk. You will have see. You need to understand some things, and you need to thank God for yourself. Do you know that there are some instances, even till this moment, there are some people that find it so hard, ordinary for them to see 500 naira to eat, and they have kids, they have wife and kids. They will be valid for 200 naira in this Oshodi. Now tell me, such kind of people, how do you want them to sustain themselves? If you are saying that nobody, I'm not talking about using it to campaign or no campaign. That one is by the way. But the need of the people, when a particular sector, you see, what is good for what is good for A may not be good for B. What is good for B may not be good for C. It might work for you, it might work in a certain set of, for instance, okay, would I or the executive chairman, would he take a ball to Aviation Estate? If I may ask you, it's not possible. He will not take ball to Aviation Estate because those people, the standard of living of those that are there, we all know, we and I know how it is. So there are some certain places that these are our people. When the demand is there, and they don't just wake up and say they want to sink a ball in a particular place, it is based on demand. And all these things are being imputed in the budget for the year. The need of the people, need of the community come up, a stakeholder meetings always come up at the beginning of the year before a budget is being prepared. So these are things that led to the issue of boreholes or anything or any infrastructure or any project you are seeing by either the executive or the legislator. Now, to cap it up, another thing we need to understand is this. You see, we must understand there's what we call separation of powers. We must understand the functions of an executive and understand the function of a legislator. Let me tell you, as a legislator, he doesn't have the right. He doesn't even have the opportunity. Where would he see the money? He doesn't have the right to be constructing things. But he can lobby for projects to come to his or her constituency. That is one of the functions of what a legislator. The major function of a legislator is what? To make laws. That is just what? To make laws and do oversight functions. Those are the functions of a legislator. The executives are meant to what? They are the ones to construct all these things you are talking about, maybe roads, they are the ones. So when you now see a legislator going as far as bringing projects into his or her constituency, it takes and means a lot. I'm coming. You talk about on the rep, like I said, I'm not the spokesperson, but whenever you invite
Okay, I think network. I think we lost him. So
he will say probably his spokesperson or himself. He will shed more light. But the little for the records. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, let me just answer.
Okay. I think his network. Okay. Thank you for your time, Honorable Kazim Abayomi. Thank you for your time and thank you for.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry.
Your network is very, very bad. I can barely hear what you are saying. So thank you. You can hear me.
Let me try and sum it up. Okay. Can you hear me now? Are you?
Yes.
The record for the first 4 years. For his first 4 years, one of his projects, he constructed 64 classrooms in Oshodi Solo local government. Blocks of classrooms, 64 blocks of classrooms from Mafoluku Secondary School to Aregbe Primary School to Shogunle has no secondary school for the past 30 to 40 years. They do not have a single secondary school. The honorable member brought secondary school to Shogunle. 64 blocks of classrooms, they are all verifiable. If you are ready tomorrow, I will take you all around. Come to Langley Primary School in Ugoloko, it is there. Blocks of classrooms. Come to Mafoluku Primary Secondary School, is there. And as well in Aregbe Primary School, is there. Go to Afarugun Primary School. You have blocks of classrooms created, not just one or two. Come there. We'll go all around. We'll talk. I'll take you to some of these projects. They are seeable. They are projects that I can see, that can be felt. And not just classrooms.
Okay.
It's not just all about the classroom. He has empowerment program, which he does virtually on most times for the youth and the elderly ones. Grants, he gives grants to people. Like I said, I don't want to delve much into it. It shouldn't look as if I'm not his spokesperson, but I'm opportune to know how to be aware, to be part of those that witness some of his projects. That is why I'm able to talk about most of all these things. So let us do that. Same thing on health. He has a whole lot. Like one is what I'm talking about in Mafuluku ward now. New Ioneer Center that is being built right there now. So let us understand something. We don't see it will be deformed. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Kazim.
Yes, I'm with you.
I'll still find a time to bring one of the spokesmen here.
No problem. No problem, brother.
Is that we have chance to have him Honorable Daudu, because last time we tried to engage him throughout the program for 1 hour. No network at all.
So
now
he's not
on the issue of that, I'm coming on the issue of that. Shogunle Secondary School.
Yes,
I
please.
have a lot of reservations on that.
Okay.
And I don't want to engage another person aside him. So I'm
Yes,
looking for
when
a
you come,
day where we're going to have one-on-one with him, and he
no
will
problem, my
explain
brother.
to us all the ideas about the Shogunle secondary school. So thank you for
Yes,
your time,
you're
and
welcome.
thank you for engaging us
Thank you too.
objectively. And
You're welcome.
all the things you have noted down in this room today, please kindly communicate to the chairman, and let's have a review. And let's have
No
a
problem.
review. Take note of everything that members have raised concerned. So take note of that. And also, this program is being streaming live on our YouTube channel. You can still go
No
back there and go and listen to what we have discussed so far, so that we pen down your points. Oshodi belongs to all of us, and we must
Thank you
see
very much.
to his goodness. We must make
Yes,
sure that it's a place everybody will be proud to live in. And thank you for job well done.
thank
Let's
you
have
too.
more of good governance in our community. So it,
Thank
it might not have been bad as this, but it should not be worse than where we are today.
you.
It
By
can
the grace of
only get better in the nearest future. Thank you for your time. And Comrade Omoni, please, Oshodi, still your base. We still want your
yes,
input, your commitment, and your suggestions. They are still well noted. Please, we all own this space. If you leave it, we are going to have people that don't have idea about how things work to take charge of
definitely.
everything. So thank you for your
Yes, thank
time.
you very
And
much.
I also want to appreciate all my admins member, Comrade
No
Queen.
problem.
Thank you for joining us. On
No,
Comrade Akinton of Tukubo. Thank you.
no problem.
Alaja Asfat. Thank you for everything. See you next time that we'll be engaging the vice chairman. I've messaged her,
Thank you.
and I hopefully she's going to reply our message. We're going to bring her on board to talk about the health issue. The health issue is very important. Almost
Yes,
every houses in Oshodi now rear cows, they rear goats, they rear fowls openly. And I don't know. Should we say Oshodi is smelling? You can't say that because we
no,
have
no,
a
so it's not me.
lot of our
But
own
I told
issue.
you that we just
Yeah,
passed a
that's
law. A bylaw has just been passed in that regard. So
okay,
we just hold on in that regard.
okay,
Hold on.
okay,
We're
okay.
working on
Thank you
that.
for your time. Thank you for your
Yeah,
time, and do have a wonderful day.
and
See
you
you
too.
in the
Thank you
next
very much.
one. Okay, thank
This
you.
time.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.